If you struggle with borderline personality disorder, I have created a book that I believe can absolutely help you. Now, I called it Complex Borderline Personality Disorder. And this is because BPD rarely stands alone. And this book, which I got right here, um, it's to help you understand and manage BPD as well as those co occurring comorbid conditions. Now, BPD happens, or complex BPD happens when BPD is mixed with other conditions. Now, in the book, we cover depression, bipolar disorder, PTSD, ADHD, and psychosis. And it explains why complex BPD feels so overwhelming, but it also can help you learn skills to gain more balance and control in your life. And the book is really geared towards lessening this sense of confusion and isolation because so many people, when they have BPD, they feel so alone and they feel detached. And a lot of times they feel like, well, this depression, this anxiety, trauma symptoms, inattention, and hyperactivity, and these others comorbid conditions can really enhance and intensify that feeling of being all alone, but you're not alone. And the book breaks down into really easy and manageable steps so you can better understand not only yourself, but also what's driving your thoughts, feelings, and actions. And that's key to managing and dealing with BPD and the comorbid conditions, hence complex borderline personality disorder. And the book also gives you practical activities to manage BPD and any co-occurring conditions. You can do it on your own. You can do it with your therapist. You can do it with a trusted other, perhaps a partner or whomever. I believe this book can really help folks build that insight that tends to be one of those barriers a lot of people experience when they're living with BPD or BPD traits. And in this case, complex BPD. Now, in using the book first, the book is going to start out with explaining BPD and what makes it complex. What are these other pieces that seem to come into the whole process and really muddies the distortion, the perception, and all these other issues, and those co-occurring conditions. And chapters like depression, anxiety, PTSD, bipolar disorder, psychosis is also examined. And it can be really helpful, can shed a lot of light on those questions that maybe your therapist or medical provider has not been able to help you with. And I think this book fills that gap. And I think it's so important. And the activities, each chapter, I've put in there these easy to follow exercises that can help you gain insight and take control. It's like writing your thoughts and progress in a journal is one example. I even have a BPD journal that I made as well. But in this book, it can help you do that because it can help you identify what those issues are, write them, work them out, and manage them really effectively. And also, it can help you learn those core content issues. And if you see my other videos, you know I talk about core content. It's that underlying factor, those things inside of you that gets activated that drives you to engage in a lot of BPD behaviors. But also, core content can activate depression, anxiety, trauma symptoms, even psychosis in some cases. And it can also drive hyperactivity, inattention, and other factors as well. And this book, I believe, can help people understand and look into and have a greater understanding and insight into what's going on. And it can also help you track your progress. You can use the consider this exercises to reflect and build new positive patterns for yourself. And that's the key. Unlearning those maladaptive beliefs, behaviors, and patterns, and then replacing them with adaptive beliefs, behaviors, and patterns. Sounds easy, but it's really challenging and it takes time. But I think this book can really help move you in a positive direction. Complex BPD, it can feel like a lot to handle, like you're overwhelmed, but this book gives you the tools you need to take it one step at a time. With understanding and practice, you can feel stronger, more in control, and ready to move forward. Just know that you're not alone on this journey. And I know BPD, Family in the Head, it tells you that stuff, but don't fall into it. This book will help you, this book here, will help you start where you are and trust that small steps can lead to big changes. And we're going to do it together. So check out the book. I'll put a link in the description for you and also in the video. And I hope this was helpful and I wish you all the best. And please, if you use the book and it's been helpful, please leave a comment. I would love to hear it. And I think it helps other people understand themselves and their process too. So thanks a lot. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.